If you are a coach, the chances are at some point you have seen the advice that you need to have a niche. It's actually often one of the first questions that new clients ask me. I'm Lisa Farr and I work very specifically with coaches on their marketing. And as coaches, we are all told that we need to have a niche. However, I don't think it's quite as simple as that. It's like, how do you know what your niche is in the first place? Does it suddenly arrive somewhere? Someday we're told telepathically that this is our niche? I don't think so. There's quite a few problems, aren't there? And some of you might resonate with some of these problems. It's like, well, if you feel like you can help a lot of different people with a lot of different things, it can be really difficult to narrow that down to a specific niche. And the other thing that I see with coaches is that coaches are really creative people. We have to be to see the solutions for our clients, of course, or help them to see solutions for themselves, perhaps. Creative nature often doesn't like to be restricted. And I see a lot of coaches, it's almost like we get resistant about narrowing down and only being known for one thing. And so therein lies another challenge. Perhaps that's more of a mindset challenge than anything else. It's the challenge that we feel too restricted with our niche. So what is a niche and how do you know if you have got one? That is the question, isn't it? How I see a niche, it's a specialism. And that's really what it is in terms of you getting known for something very specific. So if you get known for something and people can refer and recommend you for one specific thing, chances are you've got your niche sorted. But, and here is where it really gets interesting, I think, in terms of the niche question, lots of business comes towards coaches through word of mouth and recommendation. And in fact, what I often advise coaches is it's really useful to have a generalism as well as a specialism, because all those recommendations, people that you know already, need a way in which to be able to refer you to some of the people that they know. Otherwise, it's like you'll miss out on that business. So you need, ideally, I would say it's useful to have a generalism and a specialism, so that you're not missing out on those word of mouth recommendations from people who already know you. And there's interesting research that backs that up in terms of 80% of buyers of executive coaching, and it's similar for other types of coaching, actually find their coach through word of mouth and recommendation. And that gives me the evidence, as it were, to be able to recommend this strategy, and also from how I see my clients working, to be able to have, it's almost like the best of both worlds, really. And so the next piece of this is to make sure you have messaging for both. So you have a way of speaking about your work that is going to appeal to lots of people. And you also have a way of talking about a specialism that you have, your niche, so to speak. So it's almost like you've got this generalism, which is all the ways that you can work with people, and then be able to talk about a niche within that. And that can work really well, very well indeed, because when you've got that way of moving forward, it feels like you're not cutting off any sort of work or any clients that you could work with. So it's not quite so restrictive as having a very specific niche. And I also wanted to talk about how your niche evolves over time, and there were many times in the past when I hadn't a clue about my niche. So I was on a mastermind call with a group of my clients the other day, and one of my clients, she said, Lisa, but your niche is so nice and clear, you know, you work with coaches on how to get more clients and their marketing. And I said, yeah, that's true now, but when I look back over the journey, when I started as a coach back in 1999, 2000, I would work with anybody on anything, really. I mean, business, relationships, or health, all sorts of different things. So niche I did not have, for sure. And then in 2008, when I went full time in my business, giving it another go, so to speak, I would work with anyone on their marketing, to be honest. I would work with chiropractors, accountants, hairdressers, dentists. You get the picture. So really, it does evolve over time. And sometimes maybe I wasn't necessarily, the best match for the different people I was working with. So I just wanted to say that because I think sometimes it's easy to see somebody else who's got their niche sorted without necessarily seeing how it has changed and evolved over the years. And sometimes when I'm working with coaches and they've been in business maybe 15, 20 years, it's taking it to the next level or seeing the next natural evolution of your niche and your business. And it sometimes it's not easy to see it by ourselves. I think sometimes we're so immersed in our world and in our business that to be able to see it from the outside isn't necessarily the easiest thing to do. So in summary, I want to say yes, your niche can evolve, absolutely. But the most important message I wanted to relay in this video is that it is possible to have a generalism and a niche. You don't need to be so specific and only have a niche. And I don't see many marketeers sharing that message, and I don't see many people talking with coaches in that way. And I felt it was important to get this out because it's possible to build your business in a way that other people aren't talking about. And I don't want you to miss out on all those people who are in your sort of immediate sphere of influence who could be really helped by you, and you could do some really good work, things that you love to do, and make a difference in that way as well. So that's why I wanted to share this, and I hope you found it interesting. All right, take care. Bye.